Hi, I'm Rose McDonough, and I'm a retired family and consumer science teacher. Today I'm going to show you something so simple. Those of you who have been preparing food forever will say, move on, don't need to be bothered. But some of the rest of you might think this is something good to try. I'm using whipped topping, and I'm going to use vanilla instant pudding and pie filling. And I'm going to mix these together. This is going to be the middle part of my fruit tray. I like to do this one instead of other ones that you may have seen that have on with them fluffy marshmallow cream, cream cheese, all the rest of it. I like this one because it's very light. If you happen to be someone who's doing Weight Watchers, this is something that you can have that they say is almost 0 calories if you use the pudding mix or the jello mix that is sugar-free. I'm not using sugar-free today, but that is what you can do. You'll notice that it gets a slight yellow tint to it, not a whole lot, just a little bit. And I'm folding. I'm using that technique where you go across the top, go to the bottom and across the top, and I'm going to keep doing that. You don't want to stir this. If I stir this, my whipped cream, then it becomes milk. And I'm not looking for milk, I'm looking for the fluffy topping. I'm going to use this for 2 different projects that I'm working on today. I'm also doing a different kind of a fruit pizza than I've done before, and I'm going to have this on there as well. Alright, so it's mixed up. You see how simple that was? You have something that's flavorful, it's delicious. I have a small container that I'm going to be able to put a lid on it, and I'm going to use that as the basis of my fruit tray. And I'm going to push this aside, and I'm going to show you something else. I used to work at a farm market, and I've frequently had people say to me at the farm market, how do you know a good watermelon? I go by the sound. Some people do others. They go by, weirdly enough, they tell me that it has to have a, okay, this is so weird, a poop and a pee stain on it. Yeah, just said it. It's so weird. So that would be, looks like it's pee, and then somewhere along the line, you have what looks like it was poop on it. I personally have never done that. I go by the sound. I lift them up, and I can tell you I've been in grocery stores before and at farm markets and lifting up 6, 7, 8 of them, and I put them up onto my shoulder, heft it up, and I knock. Does it sound like it's a good hollow knock? If it does, then it's a watermelon if I want. Does it sound like this? Like it's dull? Then you don't want that watermelon. So this is the one that I picked because, of course, I was picking out one that seemed to me to be really good. Take a large knife and you just rock it back and forth to start in the middle. And again, there's some of you who've cut watermelons millions of times and you're thinking this is dumb. There's also people who haven't. We were laughing, I don't know how long ago it was, Bob and I were saying that somebody, he was at a picnic. He was helping people get ready. Look how beautiful that is. You can smell it. It smells so great. But he was at a picnic and somebody walked in and said, here, I brought you a watermelon. Thanks. What do you want me to do with it? My kitchen's full of stuff. It wasn't at our house. We were at somebody else's. But I'm pretty sure the host was thinking that. My kitchen is full of stuff, and oh, by the way, you want me to stop what I'm doing so that I can now cut up the watermelon that you brought? Cut the watermelon up before you take it, please. You'll be much more appreciated at that picnic. All right, so just like everything else, when you want to cut this, you're going to put it on a flat surface. It's a whole lot easier to do it from there. I rock it back in just to get it started, and then pull it the whole way through. And I'll go this way. When I was a kid, this is what we would do, and this was the watermelon we ate tonight, and then the next day we ate this watermelon, and then we had our other halves that we're going to do. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and finish cutting this one just to get started. So once I've done that, I then turn and I just take off that end. I don't particularly care for that end. And then I work this way. Now actually I work the other way because it's easier for me, but I want you to be able to see just the small pieces that we're going to do. How much do you want people to take? That's completely up to you. If you're thinking there's going to be so much food, as I'm thinking that I'm going to have so much food, you may want to take these pieces that are so big, and you might want to cut those triangles a little bit smaller. And after you've done that, you're going to start layering it. I know, Brooke, you can't see it. I'll pull it up here in a second. You're going to start layering it onto your tray. I just want to get it started to get you a general idea. This particular, I'm going to leave the rind on the watermelon. Sometimes I don't, but I am going to. I'm going to move this out of the way just so I can keep moving here and show you more. So I'm going to take this. Aha! You can see it now. And I'm going to add just a little bit of cantaloupe to it. And when you're adding some cantaloupe, you want to just think about some coloring. This one might be a little bit too thick and I'll have to make it a little bit smaller. But you're going to add some cantaloupe to it as you go along. And then somewhere along the line you may want to put in another color, such as red, that goes with these big, beautiful, I've already washed them, big, beautiful strawberries in there. The last thing that I'm going to add in, and of course I'm going to fill this up more, but I just want to give you an idea, this is a short video today, is I cut all of my grapes into smaller pieces because nobody can sit and scoop up, but they can take a chunk of it. So you have a bunch of grapes. So I pre-cut all of my grapes and then I add them onto there. I'm also going to add in some blueberries. Unfortunately, they have to be loose. So because they have to be loose, and again, I'm going to get more watermelon, I'm actually just going to throw blueberries all the way around. And when I'm all finished with this, you'll be able to see what the finished tray looks like. This is so simple. You can put this together in about 15 minutes, plus your trip to the grocery store to get whatever fruits that you want. If I wanted to and I had some good honeydew, I could put honeydew in there as well. The honeydew in the cantaloupe, you want to go to the stem side, you want to make sure it gives a little bit. That's generally when they're ready to eat. So that's it. I think you're going to enjoy this. And as soon as I get this finished, we'll put it together, I'll show it to you, and I'll pull my names for today. So I started tasting the watermelon, the end pieces, and it was so delicious that I've loaded up with watermelon because I know as soon as one person tastes that watermelon, everybody's going to want to come back for watermelon. This is just a tray that you can easily have to have, I don't know, you're having a summer dinner with some pork chops, or maybe you made burgers on the grill or whatever. It is all about the presentation sometimes, you know. You could just chunk them up and put them in a plastic container, you know, like this kind of a plastic container to put in the refrigerator, and surely you can put it out. Look how lovely this looks. If you wanted to, you could take a little bit of ginger and sprinkle some ginger on top of it just to give it some color. But nonetheless, it looks great. Everybody is going to be happy to have a bite of this. Look, and I have a little, somewhere along the line in this junk drawer, I have these little tongs. You can put some tongs on here for people to pick the fruit up. You surely don't have to do that. All right, so shout outs today, because this is such an easy one, goes to Paul Crest. Paul Crest told me that he learned some things about the folding. I'm guessing it was not the folding. I'm guessing it was, he had no idea how many house fires there was, but I don't know that for sure. And my nephew Chad McDonough, who has also subscribed. So thank you all. Please, I'm starting to get low on here. I need to get some more in here. And I wish I knew how people who were not public, how I could get their names of subscribers so I could add that to there. But maybe they want to remain private because I'm a little weird and they don't want their name being shouted. Who knows? I don't know. Hey, have a great day. I hope you want to make this, and it's just a fun thing to have on the side, and you will enjoy dipping in. I saved a grape over here for myself so that I could, of course, taste it. And it's lovely. Just a light lemon flavor that goes with any fruit. Thanks so much. Ring the bell, subscribe, like me, leave comments. Always appreciate that. Thanks. Have a good day.